All right, so I'm at the parking lot right now at the grocery store, and I just came across this brother, and I'm like, yo, you voting this year? He said, yeah. Who you say you voting for?
Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris. Can I ask you why?
In my opinion, she's the first black female that ever ran, and I think she's good for this country. I don't have nothing against Donald Trump, but
Right.
for some reason, he's not with the people like he's supposed to be.
You don't think so?
Because if he was, the stuff that he's doing, he wouldn't do it to be. If he want to be president, the stuff that he's doing, he wouldn't do it.
What's he doing?
He's like not asking the questions like he's supposed to. His mind is focused on Kamala Harris when she worked at McDonald's, and that don't come with being a president. If you want to be a president, focus on the right things, not focus on her lifestyle.
So can I ask you a question then? Okay. If that's how you feel, I respect that opinion, right? But think about this. We've seen 4 years underneath Trump and his policies and how they affected America and if they was good for America or bad. And then we've seen Kamala Harris underneath Joe Biden's administration.
But people don't realize she's not the president. Biden is. She's the vice president. She don't really have nothing in the White House. She's just the vice president.
So what was her job? So let me ask you, what's her accolades then? Let me ask you that. What has she done as vice president? That was her job, right? Underneath her job description as vice president, her duties, what has she done as a vice president? Or what is her plans that you love moving forward that she's saying that she's going to do for America versus what Trump has done and is saying that he's going to do?
I put it like this. To me, the 4 years that Trump was in there, I really didn't see nothing he did because just like the pandemic, instead of him leaving the stuff over here for the people, he sent, why would you send something for the United States? Why would you send it to Russia?
What do you mean?
That didn't make no sense.
What do you mean?
Them, I can't think of the name of them, but...
Ventilators?
Yeah.
Well, that was to help out the world. The world was going through a pandemic.
Wait a minute, but we needed them more than Russia did. Russia didn't really need them. See, Donald Trump is based on the people over there in Russia and all these other countries, and he really not focused on the people in the United States. Because if he was, he would owe what's the name? The Chinese man, the head of China.
Xi Jinping.
Yeah. Okay, why would you get $30 million from this man? Now you refuse to pay it.
Okay, so check me out. Let me give you something real quick. Underneath Trump's administration, I'm going to tell you some of the good things that he did. Number one, you had prison reform, which affected me. I just came home from prison due to Trump's First Step Act that he passed while he was in office that allowed nonviolent offenders to come home early with programs and good behavior. All right, so that directly affected me and a lot of other brothers. Number two, he had the opportunity zones. Number three, he had the HBCUs funded for the next 10 years. Nobody had ever did that before. After that, we have the tax cuts that he implemented that boosted the economy for everybody. And people always say, well, he helped out his rich buddies and the tax cuts only helped out the rich. But
he did.
That every president does. But here's the thing. Here's the thing that they don't do that he did. With them tax cuts, it led to an economic boom, which had the lowest unemployment rating for all demographics of people, for everybody.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Why he's the only president that ever went bankrupt 11 times?
Not as a president.
Well,
that's as a businessman. That's different. When we look at a president, we're not looking at their personality. We're looking at their policy. That's what we vote based off.
But when he was in office, why was he giving all these billionaires all these tax cuts when he know that the tax cut that he's giving the billionaires, they already billionaires. Why would you give somebody money that's already got money?
Well,
That
it
don't
wasn't
make no
necessarily
sense.
for billionaires. It was for big businesses.
Right, but-
businesses that employ people that led, again, to a strong economy.
But-
when they get in tax cuts, guess what that does? It allows them to pay you and me a higher wage.
Wait a minute. Why
benefits.
So many, right, but when he gave these tax cuts, why so many people lost their jobs?
People lost their jobs underneath the pandemic.
Right.
The pandemic did that.
A lot
That
of-
comes down to your state governor.
A lot of people lost their jobs before the pandemic even started.
No,
I know a lot
They
of
had
people-
the lowest unemployment rating for African Americans, Hispanics, and whites in this country underneath Trump's administration pre-COVID. There's never been an economy like we had underneath Trump's administration until after the pandemic ended, and then they hyperinflated the job numbers that people came back to and the minimum wage jobs that they had, which they had to work part-time and have 2 jobs. So that's why you seen in the news where it came out that they had to go back and say, all right, well, we inflated the numbers a little bit. They said they created 800,000 new jobs, and it came out to be a lie underneath Biden administration. They ruined the economy. They ruined the economy with the things they did. First day in office, Joe Biden signed the executive order to stop the Keystone Pipeline. That right there took 80,000 jobs away from Americans. Kamala Harris says she's against fracking. Now she's saying she's for fracking. So everything that they did on the first day is irrelevant. Why would you stop the Keystone Pipeline if you're now in favor of fracking and in favor of oil, even though you're talking about you want to go green, but you're saying you want to have a better economy? It just doesn't make any sense. So my thing with Kamala Harris, it's not that I dislike her per se as a candidate, right? Personally, I don't. It's not that I dislike her as a candidate. It's just the fact that she doesn't have any experience and she's been caught in bold-faced lies, backtracking on what she's going to do and what she's not going to do.
Look how many lies Donald Trump been caught in. Donald Trump been caught on so many lies that
Right,
he
but not as-
he done stuck his foot in his mouth.
But this
so
is
many
my
times.
thing. I'm talking about according to what they support. As far as what they support and what they're going to do for the country, not as a person. If a person tells you, oh, I'm a billionaire, and turns out they're a millionaire and they're lying, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about somebody saying, I'm going to do this for the people, and then they don't do it.
okay.
I'm going to do this for the country, and then they don't do it.
If you think that they don't, okay, put it like this. What do you really think, if Donald Trump get in there for another 4 years, what do you think he's going to do?
Make America great again.
I don't think
We're going to have the lowest unemployment rating again. We're going to drill. We got oil all through this country, and we're dependent upon other countries for their oil, which is a lower grade oil than what we got over
I
here.
know. We got.
We're going to stop
we got
funding
a lot-
these wars that we shouldn't have anything to do with.
But see, if I put it like this,
Deport all
if-
these people that's committing crimes in Chicago.
I'm put it like this: if Donald Trump get in there, I don't think nothing gonna change.
Well, we said that before he got elected in 2016. But when he got in 2016, we saw a better America all the way up until COVID. Everything was better. The steel industry started booming again. The automobile industry started booming again. The middle class was being rebuilt. Poor people weren't so poor. Things started to get better. So I understand people, when it comes down to with politics, people have a personal opinion based on the news that they take
But
in.
see, I'm the type of person.
Right.
I don't watch news.
Okay. So how do you get your information?
I get my information through people that I listen to.
Well, brother, I hope that maybe you'll take a little bit of my information and really rethink about who you're gonna vote for and why. Because when I initially asked you, you said because she's the first black woman, a woman of color.
Because, in my opinion, Donald Trump, he's I don't think he like women. My opinion.
Even so,
Because if he did, I don't even think he like his own
I
wife.
think he loves women.
I don't, because if he did, the stuff that he's saying about women and all of this,
He got like 4 baby mamas. He loves women.
right, he might love them, but he don't like them. Love and like is
But this is my thing though. Are we voting for somebody? Should we ever cast our vote for somebody based off of their gender or their color?
You know what? I'll put it like this.
Or should it always be based on policy?
It's not about gender, it's not about color. But in my opinion, he makes it about gender and color.
Well, the voters are making it about gender and color. Look, what you just said when I first came up to you, you said because she's a woman and because she's a woman of color.
Right. But still, look how many times that Donald Trump then got on national TV and downgraded women, black.
Who he downgrade that's a woman? For being a woman.
Oh, if you look at the news, just think back. Look how he did Hillary Clinton.
Hillary, he didn't talk about her for being a woman. He talked about her for being a corrupt politician. That's different. You
And
can't
he-
call out
wait
corruption
a
if
minute.
somebody's a woman?
And Donald Trump, wait a minute. Donald Trump ain't corrupt?
No.
I think he the corrupt person in the world.
No. But what makes you think that? You said you don't watch the news, so what makes you think that Donald Trump is the most corrupt person in the world?
Look how many people that he done screwed over the years.
Who?
Many people.
Who did he screw and as a president? Who did he screw over? As a politician, who did Donald Trump screw over? Because remember, we're not talking about a personal vendetta against somebody that, is a private citizen or any. We're talking about the president.
He, if you think about it, when he was president, what did he really do? Nothing.
I just gave you a list of things that he did, and I didn't even cover them all.
No, that's your opinion.
No, this is fact. This is on whitehouse.gov. This is not my opinion. I'm giving you facts. I'm not giving you no opinion.
I don't think so.
You got to look it up. That's what I'm telling you. That's why I do this, my brother. I had these conversations just to spark somebody's curiosity to go and look these things up.
I know what I am, because a lot of stuff that I see Donald Trump did when he was in the White House, my opinion, he took credit for stuff that somebody else did.
I can't say that.
I can.
I could say that that's what the Biden-Harris administration did when they talk about the insulin being $35. That was Trump's policy. They put it on hold when he got in office instead of letting it flow through. And now they taking credit talking about insulin's $35. This is a big talking point. That was his.
Because before, when he became president, a lot of stuff that he took credit for, Obama did it.
He didn't take credit for it. He just improved on it.
Okay, just like the Obamacare, he tried to cut that out completely. What if you, okay.
He couldn't, no. He addressed that. He didn't try to cut it out completely.
Yes, he did.
No, he said he had the option to, and he chose not to. He said he was going to try to save it because if he would have cut it out completely, he didn't have a better plan for America.
But why would you try to cut it out for something that people that worked all their life for, to build that up, and you won't go in the White House and try to cut it out?
No, but I'll tell you, I'm going to tell you why, brother.
Many elder people need that.
Let me tell you why. Because people in the middle class and poor people that worked was being crushed by their insurance underneath Obamacare. And if you didn't like any of the insurances that was available, guess what happened? You got penalized, what was it, $400 at tax time? They took it out your taxes. It happened to me. Because I couldn't find an insurance that I liked. They took money out of my tax return check. It was crushing people. People's premiums shot up depending on how much money you made. So, I mean, did he do something wrong? He didn't have any other thing to put in place, so he didn't fully get rid of it. He tried to save it. He tried to do things to it to try to make it better, but you can't make something like that. It was a disaster. It was a disaster plan. It was designed to fail. It was designed to make other people some money and still take more money from the people.
That's what I'm talking about. Everybody is, for some reason, every president that been in the White House before Donald Trump, they like throw him under the bus. I put it like that. They throw all the presidents under the bus.
No, can't throw him under the bus.
Yeah, but they praising Donald Trump for some reason. I don't know what it is with this man they praising, but
you know why?
He's not
Jesus. So we not saying that.
I'm not saying he's Jesus, but people is praising him for some reason.
Because
I don't know why.
It's the people that are praising him? The people that try to educate themselves politically, the people that look into what is actually being done in the country, the policies that go forth that are beneficial for everyday Americans. Because for too long we've had politicians come in and take office and only worry about them and their friends. Not saying Trump didn't worry about none of his friends, but he also worried about the American people. And that's what we want in a president. We want somebody that's going to stand up for all of our rights and freedoms and allow all of us to be successful, allow all of us a better opportunity to have the American dream, because it's going away.
I don't think he's gonna stand up for the people. That's
he did. I feel you, but just do me a favor, brother.
That's my opinion.
Can you look me up on Facebook or YouTube or wherever?
Yeah.
And check out my videos, bro. And I show it, especially in my older videos. You go and look at those. Everything that you saying, it's all there. Check it out.
Like I said, people need to stop praising him and let him be Donald Trump and not put him up on the mountain he think he's on.
I don't praise him as Donald Trump, right? I only praise God.
Right.
But I give him his just due as a president.
Well,
that's what I do. Give him his just due as a president. The brother been phenomenal.
Well, I'm not gonna give him his dues.
Well, not yet. I believe that if you start looking into it, if you start looking into the policies, I think you might.
I can't give a man his dues when he don't earn them. Now,
I hear that.
Now, if he earn my respect, I give it to him. But
that's fair. That is fair.
My respect right now.
Well, that's fair, my brother. Do me that favor, though. Do me that favor.
Now, if he respect people like he's want to give respect, he can get respect. But for now, he can't get no respect out of me at all.
That's fair. But just do me that favor of looking into these things, man. Just look into them a little bit more. And once you do that, I guarantee you, your mind will change. You'll be like, yo, I didn't know any of this. Because I didn't know a lot of it. I used to not be a Trump supporter. It wasn't until I looked into it. Once you look into it, bro, I'm telling you, it especially helped me.
I'm looking into it. It might change my mind, but
that's all I ask is that you look. That's it.
He's not a man he ain't got my respect at all. To be a man, he don't have my respect.
Well, you got my respect for this interview, my brother. I appreciate you, man. And God bless you. I hope you have a good day.
You too.
All right, brother.
Y'all stay safe.
Yes, sir.